Hello, you're welcome to my channel, Motivated and Inspired. My name is Mimi Fees and this is Motivated and Inspired. Now, today's topic does excite me a lot because it brought a great change into my life. Let's just say that's how I met my husband, okay? So, the question is subletting okay? Is it legal or illegal? That's my question for you. Now, we're going to dive into that. Stay tuned. Welcome back to my channel. I guess you are like, I want to know a lot about this, like how did she meet the husband? Well, let me tell you, I'm not going to talk about that in this video, but I am going to talk about the act in which made us meet, okay, which is sub-renting or subletting. Is that even a word? Well, I think it's a word created by experts who are into sub-renting and subletting. Anyway, let's dive straight into it. But before then, I want to tell you there is one thing that really excites me, and that is when you take your time to watch my video, but mostly when you do subscribe and keep engaging. I am so grateful. It makes me super happy. If you haven't already done that, I'm urging you to do that, okay? And share this content with other people who might get great information from all this content that I share with you. Now, you want to do that. You don't want to be selfish and you want me to be happy, so you're going to do that, isn't it? Yeah, I'm sure you're going to do that. Okay, so what is sub-renting? Sub-renting is when you do rent out a property that you rented out from the owner, directly from the owner or through the estate agency. So you are a tenant in a property, you rent out to another person, you are sub-renting, and that it's a crime, to be honest. It's illegal in most countries. In 3 countries that I've lived in, which is Ghana, Spain, and the UK, it is not allowed, but it is allowed in some way. When you do rent, at the time you're renting, in your contract it will be stated. In some contracts it's not mentioned at all. In some contracts it's being stated that you can sub-rent, okay? But you have to alert the agency or you have to alert the landlord. Now, if the landlord doesn't know that you are sub-renting their property, that's really bad. But hey, I'm not here to judge you because I did it. I'm not encouraging you either to do it. I just want to share with you the risks and the pros. But you can do it. I just want you to know what you're getting yourself into, and I will highly encourage you to alert your landlord or let him or her know that you are going to be subletting. That way you are saving yourself a big time. But if you just want to do it in the dark, you are on your own risks. I have mixed feelings about this because it brought me a lot, and I think it shouldn't be mixed feelings, okay? Because I had a lot of positive experiences or outcome out of this than the negative. So, negative, get away. Let's take on the positive side. Now, why would you even sub-rent? One, you want to make extra money, or you want to make part income from your rent so you can be able to pay your rent, or you are traveling out of town, your apartment will be vacant, so you sub-rent and then you take over when you are back. So whilst you're on vacation somewhere, you're making money here to pay your rent. It could be the exact amount of money you pay for your rent, or you can make profit out of it. Now that's where the problem comes in. Now there are 2 kinds of sub-renting. One is when you live in the apartment and you rent out to another person, which is sharing, okay? So you live in one room and there is an extra room in your house. you rent it out. And the second one is when you do rent a property, you don't live in that property, and then you rent it out to a third party. Now that is a bit cheap, okay? Get your own property and do business with it, okay? So I was living in the property and I was sub-renting. This is a bit weak. It's not really of a great offense. The law can be nice to you, even though you could be fined if caught. But if you do not live in the apartment at all and you are renting out, just every day you gotta pray that, you know, shit doesn't happen to you, okay? So this sounds good, but what are the cons? What are the negative outcome of sub-renting? One, you might just rent out to a psychopathic person who might end up killing you. Come on, people, I'm not crazy, but this could happen. Like, there are a lot of crazy people out there. You don't know who is okay here or who is not. It's not written. People look very nice. People come to you, they're smiling, behaving well, but you don't know what is inside there. So for me, that is one thing. And I have shared apartment with people who are like, but well, I'm still alive, so, and they didn't make any attempt, but it's crazy. Two, you could get someone rob you of your properties whilst you are not inside your property. Three, they could damage anything and you might not have the power or the right to even demand them to fix it because you don't have any agreement. You are not going to be able to have any legal agreement between you and them because you are not the landlord of the house, you're not the property owner. And so what happens is you're on the greater risks. They destroy it. You either talk with them verbally, and if they are nice people, they will fix it or pay for it, or they will not, and then you have to do it yourself. So maybe you're going to lose all that amount of money you rented the apartment out for because you have to use that money or more to fix the damages that it caused. And then the fourth one, someone can decide not to leave your house. And in Barcelona, people do this, and it will take you 2 to 5 years to evict that person out. So that means you're going to be in trouble because the police will be involved, your landlord is going to be involved, and maybe they are going to lose their money because maybe your contract is 2 years, okay, or 1 year, and then you sub-rented out for somebody who is not going to leave, and the case is in the court and it's going to take 2 to 5 years. So you see, don't even do it. Like, be very extremely careful if you're going to be doing this. So how you can do this that it will not affect you or bring you much trouble is alerting your landlord. By doing so, they will give you the right to like sub-lease out and give a contract to the subtenant that is coming in. Then you become like a tenant and a caretaker of the property, and you can end up having a very, very, very nice relationship with your landlord. And who knows, maybe they have other properties that they might handle out to you to rent out and get your percentage cut out of it, you know. But if you are doing it secretly, you put yourself in danger, and then you put the landlord's property in danger. You never know, maybe that's the only property they have and that's what they are depending on. And so if you get into the worst situation, like somebody refusing to leave the house, you are going to endanger that person, that landlord's life or landlady's life and their source of income. So please think twice when you're doing it. I'm not judging you because I did it. I was, let's just say, a little bit careful and maybe luck on my side, so I didn't get into trouble. Now I want to share with you some of some personal experiences and outcome that I faced whilst I was doing this. So one, it gave me the opportunity to meet a lot of people. I think I met people from all the continent, okay, and it was really, really beautiful. Get to know people coming from different countries, different culture, listen to them, their story. There were people that we really had good relationships, and there were people that I know they were in a hurry to leave my house, and I was also praying so hard that the days come so they will leave my house. So we didn't have a good relationship. People are crazy and there are people who are nice. There was one, time that I had to evict somebody because I got this person brushing their teeth in my kitchen. Okay, they were brushing their teeth in my kitchen sink. Yes, brushing their teeth in my kitchen sink. Now, I know this for many people, especially Caucasian, is like, this is normal. No, this is not normal. This is not normal. Everybody has a different kind of bacteria in their mouth. I don't know whether she has STD or not. Okay, and then you brush. There is possibility that blood could come out of your mouth, and you put that into the sink. And viruses and some bacteria do survive for a longer period of time in water. Okay, so yes, I have to be crazy because that's where I do my dishes. I was mad and I had to evict her, and luckily she wasn't that crazy, so they left. Okay, aside that, it was nice. And then in great situation, I met my husband. Like, I rent one of the rooms out for him because it was three rooms. I used two of them, so one was available, and so I was renting that one, and that's how we met. And another way that I rented was on Airbnb. Okay, so all of this brought me income to survive, because at a point in time I couldn't work as a student on a student visa in Spain. I was renting out for 350. It wasn't an income. I wasn't making a profit at all, because my rent was 600. It was 550 to 600. It was increasing as time goes on, but I was still renting at 350 a month. And when I rented the place, it had nothing. It was empty. I had to finish everything, 3 bedrooms, and then rented out one. Now, you know it's wrong, but you can do it only if you alert your landlady or your landlord and they are in agreement with you. If not, if they are not in agreement, then you go ahead and do it. If you don't tell them, you go ahead and do it. If there is trouble, that's on you. Now, if you did enjoy this video, please, you know what to do. Let me see your comment if you ever sub-rented, and what was the outcome. Did you meet any business partner? Did you meet a best friend? Are you still in touch with one of those people you rented out with? Did you make enemies with them? Were they terrible times? Did you have terrible experiences? Please do share if you had. I think I should make another video of how to sub-rent or how to rent your apartment on Airbnb or directly on other applications, and then also talk more about rules and regulations you should create, things you should avoid, things you should not. So yeah, I will talk about that in another video, but this is it for this video. Be you, be bold, do whatever you want to do, say whatever you want to say, as long as you're not hurting anyone. But most of all, be motivated and inspired. And this is it for this video. I will see you in the next video. Adios.
Stay motivated and inspired.